I want to give you guys an update on what is an absolutely tragic and heartbreaking homicide investigation that's unfolding in our community. Our homicide detectives have been requested. There are two individuals fighting for their lives right now. We have a child, a young boy, and an adult female who were both found shot around midnight in the 5700 block of Floy. Our officers responded to that after St. Louis firefighters made entry into a burning home that was on fire. Our preliminary investigation reveals that these two individuals, an adult female and young boy, were both shot and that house was set on fire. We are still working on identifying the individuals involved. They are both in critical, unstable condition, fighting for their lives. We ask that St. Louisans come together and pray for them right now. They need as many prayers as they can get as they are hanging on and just trying to survive an unthinkable tragedy. We have many questions. Our homicide detectives are working right now to get those answers. This is just an absolute unspeakable tragedy and an unspeakable event that occurred. So there are many questions we have. Our homicide detectives are working right now on trying to get those answers. Anybody with information is asked to call our homicide division. They can also call Crime Stoppers, and you can remain anonymous. That number is 866-371-TIPS. This again is in the 5700 block of Floy. We don't have many details, but the details we know are gut-wrenching. So we will pray for them, and our homicide detectives right now are trying to get those answers.
So in that situation, St. Louis Fire responded first and found the two?
That's my understanding. The St. Louis Fire Department responded to a home that was on fire. When they went inside the home, they located a female and young boy who had both been shot.
Do you know how old that boy is?
It's my understanding that he's a young child, not a baby, but a young child.
Any suspects, or just looking at anybody close?
Our homicide detectives are in the very early stages right now and are working as quickly but as thoroughly as possible to make sure that we can start to put a timeline together of the events that occurred. But it is absolutely sickening and heartbreaking that you have a woman and a young child both fighting for their lives from an unspeakable act of violence that we are just working as diligently as we can to try and get answers for a family that is grieving right now this unspeakable tragedy. So they are in the hospital right now. They are in critical, unstable condition, fighting for their lives. And due to the extent of their injuries, our homicide detectives have been requested and are investigating it right now. I just spoke with the detective sergeant from homicide. I also just spoke with the major of investigative services. There have been phone calls all night long since this shooting and fire occurred. And we are going to get to the bottom of what happened here. This is, it's just sickening.